Well, alright. Welcome to another one about my Stump's World of Tanks Xbox One replays. This one's from a little while ago, and it is a very slow start. So if you don't want to just be bored with my voice, skip 5-6 minutes into it, because seriously, up to 5 or 6 minutes, I really don't do much. Platooned up with the Grey Joe. We're in our 112s. We're on Malinovka. And the reason for this video is pretty much, it's kind of, sometimes you gotta know when to fight and when not to fight. There's a song by Kenny Rogers way back when I was a kid, The Gambler. The words are something like, you gotta know when to, how does it go? I don't remember how it goes. Know when to show your hand, basically. Talking about gambling, and know when to turn around, know when to run, know when to count your money, all that fun stuff. And this video right here is pretty much, we're headed to the top of the hill, and Joe and I both going up there. The 112 has no gun depression, so it kind of sucks going up there, but we are in a tier 9 match, and we're heavies, and although it doesn't have good gun depression, it has a pretty decent turret, and you should be able to bounce a few shots. But if you look at our team, everyone's going up the hill, so we're part of the lemming train, which kind of sucks. Could end up bad depending on if the red sends most of their tanks up the hill. You know, it's kind of a crapshoot, but yeah, it's just knowing that the turret's fairly decent in this. It's best in the hull down position. The best place for these are at top of the hill. Even with the lack of gun depression, you can always count on a bunch of reds to back up and not back up, but drive up right in front of you and get impatient, and you know, you'll be able to put shots into them when they get impatient. So Malinovka, everyone that stops right here for 15 minutes to shoot tanks across the middle or whatever, don't do it. If you want to stop, take one shot really quick on a lit up tank, or throw an auto lock. Hurrah, all for it. Sitting there and stopping and just aiming at every tank that spots up, it's just, you're going to get killed, you're going to get damaged, and you're not going to accomplish much. Get up here and stop them from pushing the hill. So I'm going to take the low road, as you see, the lower field, whatever, because I'm hoping I can shoot up at tanks, sort of like this guy right here. Take a 293 out of him there, because, like I said, lack of gun depression. It's better to be shooting up. Joe went up to the top. Not me in this tank. I know this tank's down bottom that can pin the side of my turret, but if I stay wiggling and stay moving, I think this is a better place to be. But then again, the Reds didn't send anyone down here. I'm assuming there'd be a couple down here, but negative on that. So Joe's right up there, front lining it, using the turret armor. But the problem is the lack of gun depression in this tank. Good turret armor with lack of gun depression means, they kind of negate each other. So it's like having really good gun depression but having a big freaking cupola on top. Really doesn't matter because people are just going to shoot you in a cupola. So this one's the same thing, not the same thing, but you know, really good turret armor but no gun depression, so it's hard to peek up over hills or peek down over hills. Or our T-54 just decided to go ham and die YOLO because he's an idiot, because I guess he feels running right in the middle of 3 or 4 tanks right there, and all the tanks shooting from down below is a good idea. Players like that just a complete moron. And you might think of me as a moron here because I'm not getting my gun into the game a little bit more. But while them tanks are still beside me, it's hard to get this gun in the game because they're going to shoot me right in the side of my turret if I face the other way. And there goes another one of our tanks, just decides to drive it out in the middle. Why? Bounce off the IS-8. Bullshit. But why? Do you not like playing the game? Or are you just a complete moron? See me wiggling my turret. Hopefully I can get a shot into him, and once again we bounce. Bounce a 7-1 shot. Come here, buddy. Stay right there. Come on. And we bounce off him. Oh, went right through, but didn't do anything whatsoever. Looks like that one went right through, but we didn't do any damage at all. We didn't damage his tracks. We didn't kill him. We didn't. Just went right through it. About fucking time, game. So stupid. Looks like that one went right through. Right through where? The air? Yeah, it went right through the air, alright. I'm going to try to poke up here, maybe get a shot on that tiger, but he gets finished off, so. Because I haven't done much, and I'm like, eh. Which was kind of a bad move, because that T-29 would have put one right into me. He gets finished off, though. So, Joe and I are still both alive at this point. And not so much. Let's see, back to the gun depression problem with this. For him to get shots from up there, he had to crest the hill and come right out where they could put shots into your lower plate over and over again. So, our base is getting capped. As of right now, I only have 2 penetrating shots. Pretty pathetic. But I know that there's an Awful Waffle Jr. down there. There's a Leopard down there somewhere. And another Awful Waffle Jr. So, I am not going to run right out in front of them and get pounded. Good shot there by the, I believe it's the E75 in front of me. Sets the Awful Waffle, one of the Awful Waffles on Juniors. Oh, it's a Tiger too, sorry. Sets one of the Awful Waffle Juniors on fire. Kind of hoping I can see something, because we're not going to do anything unless something's spotted. Lose the tank above us, because he gets spotted and killed. Get a shot on that guy. Nope. And then that other Awful Waffle Jr. is probably looking at me, so let's see if we can get a shot on him. 401, took out his engine. And then the Tiger 2 finishes him off, so now it's a little safer. I feel a little more confident that I'm not going to get shot if I push out. So I'm going to go down the dip. Time to move. I've only got 3 shots and we're, what, 7 minutes into the game. So like I said at the beginning, if you wanted some big exciting, you know, exchange of fire right from the bat, not the video for you. But we have the Leopard PTA there, and we have an Awful Waffle Jr., so we'll see what we can do from this position. We're above him. Track seat that shot. I probably didn't need to repair it, but turret bounces the shot from the Leopard. We put one into the Awful Waffle right there for 376 and bounces return fire again. The angled upper plate and the turret of this, from this angle, are going to be almost impenetrable. He's going to come up. As I put a 362 into him, he's going to take out one of my teammates up above, the Tiger 2, I believe. So that leaves me the only one over here, really. But that was your mistake, Awful Waffle Jr., because that 389 is going to take you down to almost no health. The Leopard doesn't seem like he wants to fight, so let's get the big gun out of the game. We don't want him to get off into the bushes way, 400 meters away. So he's out of the game. He was priority target. Now the Leopard's the next priority. And he's driving away from me. Keep in mind, driving away from me. I put a shot, and the tracks eat it. In a Leopard with 40 millimeters of armor. I don't even know if it has 40 millimeters in the side. It's completely, I mean, I know it was angled, but 178 finishes him off there. So now we're a little bit better. 3 kills, 8 pens. Not so bad now. And cleaned up this side over here. And we're being capped still. Clown Pounder's over there. Clown Pounder. Nice name. Oh, goodness. I like that name. Good job, buddy. And he's going to go over and see if he can spot whatever is over there. I don't even remember what's over there. This game was recorded quite a while ago. Take 303 out of him. I don't think I'll probably make it over there in time. But I'm trying. because I haven't really done a lot in this game, considering, you know. But, yeah, he finishes him off, so I don't get a chance. But the point of this video isn't the great results or anything else. The point is sometimes you just got to play a little smart and get into the right position so you can do damage. 56,581 for silver, just shy of 5,000 XP, 2335 for damage dealt, 1,800 blocked, 800 assists, 10 penetrations. Not too bad. Like I said, sometimes you just gotta... Me pulling out in front, like some of them other tanks, would have just got me killed. Because this tank has no gun depression, you can't peek hills and put shots in, because you're going to get hit. So it makes sense to sit back a little bit, relax, wait for your chance to get into a spot where you can use the turret armor and stuff to do damage. Block shots and, you know, put shots into other tanks when you get a chance. 559 assist and 3 shots for 471 and took out the Leopard PTA. Titan, I think that's Titan. Tidston. Tidston. Titan, I guess. And the Awful Waffle Jr. Bueller. There we go. 1 shot for 401. Took his engine out. IS-8, 45 assist. Bounced a couple shots off him. Ugly the Bear, 4 shots for 1202, took him out of the game. And 2 shots for 261 and took the Centurion 1 out of the game. So like I said, I didn't rack up a killer amount of damage or anything else. 2,300 isn't a great result. But 13 shots fired, 12 hits, 10 penetrations. 4 tanks hit, of them 4, 3 of them I killed. I received 5 hits. And 0 damage received. So if you play this tank smart, if you play it correctly and you don't overextend that bottom plate and get it where they can get hit, you can do decent. I mean, I got hit 5 times. Twice was from a waffle, I believe. And I didn't take any damage whatsoever. On the flip side, Joe, who was up top and cresting the hill constantly, got taken out. And I'm not trying to cut on Joe. Joe's a great player. It's just sometimes the tank that you're in, you can't be up top in this tank like that and cresting the hill, because with the red team that was down there, the tanks that were down there, you were going to get pinned. And so I know my game was probably more boring than his. Not as many, you know, shells flying at me or many shells coming out of my gun as he did. But I stayed alive and was able to help finish off the game towards the end. So, and that's the best result. I mean, you know, a lot of people played just to boost their stats, and they don't care if they win. I want to do both. I want to have good enough games so my stats go up, plus win. I don't want to just have, you know, a 40% win rate, but I'm only for myself and only getting damage just for myself. That's selfish. You know, play it out. Try to stay in the game as long as possible and help your team win. And in doing that, better your stats that way. As usual, comment, rate, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell me what I did right or wrong. And remember, when you're on that battlefield, shoot the red ones.